If you want to start painting, why don't you do it? There are maybe different reasons, but chances are time is one of them. There are so many time management tricks to help you make at least a bit of time for painting. So if you want to start painting but still don't do it, maybe we need to go a step deeper. There are more crows than expected, but let's see if I find a nice painting spot. Okay, we found our first painting spot for today. What if you're secretly asking yourself if painting is even worth your time? I can assure you painting is worth my time. Now let's find out if it's worth your time as well. The answer may surprise you. I will share some simple questions that will help you get clear on that point. Only if you believe painting is worth your time will you be able to find ways to make time for it. But before we dive into these questions, let me introduce you to the place we will paint today. This is my hometown called Leer in northern Germany, where I grew up. It has a beautiful old town, a cute little harbor, and a real castle. My first subject is the oldest house in the city, and I love the rich decorations and all the details. The first question is simply, do you enjoy painting? It may even sound ridiculous, but it's an important one. When I sit down, take out my paints, and experience the process of colors and shapes that form into a memory on paper. It's even hard to describe that feeling, but it's a mix of joy, contentment, and being in another world for a while. A modern description is to be in the flow. It just feels good. This doesn't mean I always love what I create, and sometimes painting feels demanding as well. That's part of learning and growing in the craft. But overall, it brings me a great deal of joy. A more sustainable form of joy than watching some funny reels on Instagram. Life can be heavy enough, so if you know about something that brings you this deeper form of joy, you should pursue it. So, do you enjoy painting? If the answer is yes, it's your first hint that painting is worth your time. If that's you and you want to start painting, I have something for you to make this start as easy as possible. When I started to paint again some years ago, I used step-by-step tutorials from art books, so I didn't have to think about what to paint and where to start. When signing up for my free newsletter, the Watercolor magazine, you can download the Watercolor Beginner Guide as a gift. There you find 3 painting projects. I take you through every step of the way, from providing drawing templates, showing how to mix colors, to the actual painting process. So don't hesitate and become a part of the Watercolor magazine family. I'm sure you will love the newsletter itself, but if not, you can unsubscribe anytime. Just follow the first link in the description. Now the first painting of the day is slowly coming together. I always carry some waterproof fineliner with me when I paint on location. With all the details on the building, it would have cost me too much time to paint them solely with watercolor. Especially in architecture, I love this combination of drawing and painting. The upper left corner of the page stays blank for the moment. I want to add some text there later at home. But I decided to add some greenery on the bottom left corner. We don't always have to paint strictly what we see in front of us. Also consider what kind of design looks good on your page. It's something special to paint in a place that holds so many memories for me, because I grew up here and Jonathan and I lived here in this region before we moved to Cyprus 3 years ago. Leer has a beautiful historic city hall. This building holds one of the sweetest memories for us. Crazy that it's 10 years ago, right? And Friday we're here for the next wedding. Exactly 10 years ago, we started our biggest adventure. Just some weeks ago in August, we celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary. Here, our civil wedding took place. We made our first steps as husband and wife into our future together. And now we traveled home for my little brother's wedding 10 years later. What a full circle moment. The region I grew up in is called East Frisia. This region has its own culture and centuries-old traditions. No visit to East Frisia is complete without a traditional tea ceremony. So now the real tea ceremony. First, klontje. And cream. We were very lucky to have one of the oldest tea houses all to ourselves, because all the other guests wanted to sit outside and enjoy one of the last warm summer days. So we could film without disturbing anyone while we had some very nice chats with the staff there. I just had to paint this cute traditional teacup. My sketchbook should feel like capturing the essence of a place. And a cup of tea, brickstone buildings, and maritime elements are like the quintessence of this region. The waiter was so nice, and after chatting about creativity, art, and YouTube, he brought us a drink from the very wine shop I had painted minutes ago. These moments and encounters make a painting trip unforgettable. The harbor is just steps from the tea house, and I had to add a maritime painting to my page to make it complete. When you hit such a milestone like the 10th anniversary, it really makes you think and reflect on time. Sure enough, there were good things and bad things. We will regret some things we did and some we didn't. And here's the next question. Have you ever regretted spending time painting? I can say I regretted spending too much time on social media, or worrying about stuff that actually had never happened. I regretted spending time on people who didn't mean well or didn't appreciate my investment. But I never regretted spending time painting. So if you, like me, never regretted investing time into painting, why should you do so in the future? Can you imagine yourself sitting at your kitchen table after 30 minutes of painting, disappointed in yourself, thinking, oh no, now I wasted half an hour creating and having fun? Sometimes I feel disappointed when I catch myself consuming mindlessly. But even when a painting session was demanding or the result didn't work out as I wanted, I feel like, yay, at least I did a little painting. To make this point even clearer, ask yourself, have you ever regretted neglecting painting for a while? I have a big yes here, like all caps yes. When I look back on the last 10 years, I feel sorry for the years I lost and didn't enjoy painting. At the same time, I'm more than grateful for the moment when I started again some years ago. I couldn't bear to lose yet another year. Here my sister took some wedding photos of us. When looking back and seeing those old memories, it feels like time is flying. It reminds us that time is a finite resource. This leads us to the next question. Do you want to be more attentive? Does life feel like flying by and you can't catch up? Often we think that we will experience more when we do more, but we end up being nothing but busy and life just rushes by. Like I mentioned earlier, the week we spent with our family was a special one. My little brother got married, and the days before have been some of the busiest for me in ages. So much excitement, tasks, and things we needed to think of. I did more than on any other visit in the last years, but still it felt shorter and the time passed scarily fast. Of course, a wedding is a special occasion, and I happily gave everything I could to help make the day special. But what happens when everyday life becomes so busy? This may feel counterintuitive, but if you really want to experience life, you need to go a little slower. We can be so fast that we're not able to experience it anymore. Like when we sit in a carousel and everything outside flies by so fast, our sight is blurred and we can only make out vague shapes. This is another quality I love about painting. It slows me down. You can't rush it. You need to be present. You need to see what's in front of you. And you need to be attentive to do it. Painting is so much more than just a pretty hobby. And at the same time, you don't need to be a professional to benefit from it. Even if there wouldn't be a result in the end, the process alone can give you so much. It's worth it. Like I said in the beginning, the most important question is if you enjoy painting. If the answer is yes, it's worth your time. If the answer is yes, you will get better over time and learn the craft because you love it. If that's for you, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, the Watercolor magazine, and get an easy start with the step-by-step painting projects you get as a gift for joining the Watercolor magazine family. Just follow the first link in the description. I would love to take your hand and help you make this year the one you finally start painting. But no matter if you want me by your side or go into another creative direction, if you love painting, don't lose another year without enjoying it.